Okay, first we go to Ufuture, type Ufuture. Okay, select Ufuture, and this is the surface or front page of it. And then we log in into the Ufuture, choose lecturer, and we need to enter the username and password as same as iStaff portal account. Okay, click login, and here is my Ufuture account, and on the left side is navigation or menu. Okay, it has my courses, my community, SU4, Key4, blended learning, LF statistic, and setting. And here is the courses that we teach for the current semester, and here is our MOOC courses that we have joined.
How to join a course or a group in Ufuture. Once you log in, you can see that you are going to see this dashboard here. So these are the list of your courses, the courses that you join. And if you have a MOOC, or either you are a MOOC developer or you join any MOOCs, right, the MOOC is going to appear here, right? So let's say you were assigned a course and you have to join the course in order for you to place all of your materials, or in this case you want to upload your materials. So to do so, what you're going to do here is click on setting, right, go to course/group, and then join course/group, right? So once you click join course/group, you're going to see this interface here. So just type in the course code, right? Click search or enter, right? So the code is going to appear here. So click on the code, right? Now if it is early in the semester or you have not been assigned a group yet, so what you can do here is you can just join as instructor, right? You just click on the X mark here, the icon, right? When you click it, there will be a pop-up that mention that you successfully joined the group. But do remember, if you already been assigned a group, so you have to join that particular group that you have been assigned to. So in order for you to do that, you have to select the campus, right? Select semester, and then click find. So if you already know a group, you can just type your group name here. Okay, so you can see here for BCM 622, I already joined as an instructor, but I have not joined any group yet, right? So you can see that the icon is the X icon here, right? So what you're going to do here is you're going to click on it, right? So let's say I'm going to join all groups. Right, and the last one. So once done, click on my courses, right? So the course is BCM 622. When I click view, right, I'm going to click on group, right? So once the semester starts, all the groups that I have joined will appear here. Since it's early in this the semester have not opened yet, so I basically cannot see it, but I can just see my role as an instructor, since I already joined the instructor role, right? So that is how you join a course or a group in Ufuture. How to make an announcement in Ufuture. So there are two ways for you to create an announcement. One is through the course announcement, where you're going to click on it, and when you made an announcement, so all students that registered this course is going to see the announcement, right? And another announcement is by clicking on group, select the group, and select group announcement. So I'm going to show you an example. So this is for 4C. So this is the announcement feature in that particular group, right? So actually the features are the same. The only differences is that, so if you select group, so the announcement is for that particular group. But if you click on course announcement, so you are making announcement for everyone, right? So I'm going to show you how to create an announcement. Again, the features are the same. You have to identify who you are going to make the announcement to, right? So click on new announcement, add in the title of your announcement, right? Add in the content in the editor box, right? Add attachment if you want to, right? Do you want to notify others? So meaning that other lecturers, right? Click yes. Do you want the announcement to always show? Meaning that regardless of the semester, right, the announcement will be made available always. Do you want your students to be able to comment under the announcement, right? Make sure if you want them to be able to comment, click yes. And do you want to set target group? So if you select no, so it's going to be only made available at the course level. But if you click yes, so you're going to be able to select the group that you want the announcement to be in, right? So let's say there's no target group, so I select no and click save. So this is my new announcement, right? So this is the text, this is the title, and my students is able to comment here, right? So I'm going to show you an example of all announcement, right? Okay, so this is an example of an announcement where I type in the announcement and I add in images, right? So the students are able to comment under that particular announcement, right? So that is how you create announcement in Ufuture. How to create course content folder. So course content is where lecturers is going to place all of their teaching and learning materials, and students are able to access and extract the materials, right? So to create the folder, click on course content, right? And then click add folder. Type in the name of your folder, right? You can set password if you want to, but make sure when you set password, the students that you want to share the folder with must have the password with them in order for them to access the folder, right? And then you also have the option to share the folder to yourself only, to your ITM students or instructors, and also MOOC users. By default, each folder that you created, right, will check both UITM students and instructors. So for the name, I would advise if the course is being taught by multiple lecturers from multiple different campuses, type in your name and also your campus so that the students are able to search the right folder, right? So let's say in this case, I'm just going to type my initial. But if you're the only lecturer that is going to teach the subject, so you can just type in different names, yeah, different names for different folders. All right, so again, I'm going to select UITM students and instructors. So if it is a MOOC course, you can just select MOOC users. But if you don't want to select MOOC users, you can just leave it as it is and then click save, right? If this notification appears, not to worry, just click save again. Alright, so this is your latest folder, right? And if the folder is created by you, you're going to see these two action button, edit and delete, right? So if you want to edit the name of your folder and the settings, you just click edit. So if you want to delete the folder, just click delete, right? So I'm going to show you how to add materials into the folder. So I'm going to click this one here. So you can see this interface, right? So course content BCM 563, and you can see this is the name of your folder that you created earlier. And you have two options. If you want to add a new folder, right, or you want to add content directly into the folder, right? So the next video I'm going to show you how to add content. So I think adding folder is very straightforward. So if you click add folder, so let's say this folder is for the slides, all right? Okay, sharing with your students and instructors, and click save. Again, if the notification appear, not to worry, just click save again. So you're going to be redirected to this part here. This is the new folder I created, right, in the SSS UITM Shah Alam folder. You can create as many folders as you want, right, and you can add as many contents as you want inside the folder. But do remember the maximum size of the documents or files that you're going to insert or upload must be less than 100 megabytes. How to add content into your course content folder. So let's say I have created two folders here, one for the slides and one for the videos. So I'm going to show you the first one. Click on slides. So I'm going to add content directly into this particular folder. So you can check the folders. So this is the main folder. So this is the subfolder, and I'm going to add content here. So click on add content. Right, so you have three options: upload files, link to website, and also link to YouTube. So I'm going to upload file. So click add file. So select the file that you want to upload. Right. So the file is going to appear here. Click upload files. Right, wait until if you can see, it's quite fast, right? So the progress bar, all right, once the progress bar disappear, so then you click done. Right, so this is how you add content, PDF or PowerPoint or any other files, right, documents, into your course content folder. How to add YouTube videos in your course content. So now I'm going to show you how to do it. So click on the folder that you have created. So let's say I have created a folder and I name it as videos, which I'm going to place all the videos for my students to view, right? So I click on the folder, right, and click add content. So go to link to YouTube, right? Type in the title, and you're going to paste the URL here. So first, since you are going to link to YouTube, obviously you have to find the video that you want to link. So let's say this is the video, right? Just paste it, the title here, and you can just copy the link from the directly from the URL, or you want to click share and click on copy, right? So either or. So, okay, I'm just going to do this one and paste the URL here, right, and click done. So you can see there's the video icon and this is the video, right? So that is how you add YouTube videos into your course content. Adding websites into the course content. So as usual, click on the folder that you want the website to be in. So let's say I created reading materials, right? Click on it and then click add content. So I'm going to use the second feature, which is link to a website. Just type in the title of the website and also the URL. So let's say I'm going to copy this website here, right? Just type in there and copy the URL, which is this part here, and paste it here. Right, so once you're happy with it, click done. So you can see there's a icon here. This indicates that this is a website. So that is how you add website into the course content.
Okay, by now we can have a break, or you can just pause the video so that you can do anything that you want, and you may continue the video when you are ready.
How to create course learning activities. So course learning activities will help us to plan our lecture, especially in the ODL setting. So what you can do is you can actually plan on weekly basis or by chapter, right? So what are the learning activities that the students have to undergo in order for them to complete the course? Right. So to create the learning activities, the first thing that you have to do, click on the course that you want to create the learning activities in. Right. So let's say it's BCM 622. So click view. Once you click view, you can see this interface here. Right. You can see the course summary, and then just go straight to learning activities. If you click on learning activities, there will be two menu, right? The activities itself and also tracking. So click on activities. Right. So now you can see there are two tabs here. We have course learning activities and also MOOC learning activities. Now, if this course is not a MOOC course, you can plan your learning activities here, right, in this tab. But if you register this course as a MOOC, so you can just go straight to MOOC learning activities and plan or create your learning activities here, right? Now, this is how you create the learning activities. Now, please click on plus learning activity, right, at the top right corner. When you click on create learning activities, you can see there's an option here, MOOC or course, right? By default, if it is not a MOOC course, it's going to take on select select course. But if it is a MOOC, so it's going to select MOOC. Now, in this case, this particular code is not a MOOC course. So when I move my cursor here, all right, it is being disabled, so I cannot click on MOOC, right? So if it is a MOOC course, you can have both options. Either you want to create a MOOC learning activities or a course learning activities, right? And now you type in the title. So let's say it's week 1. So I'm going to plan on weekly basis, right? And then I'm going to select the category. So we have 3 category here: introduction, learning activities, and conclusion. So introduction usually include activities such as the ice breaking, introduction to the course, the rules and regulations for the course. So we're going to put it in this category here. And then we have the learning activities itself. So this is referring to the chapters or the modules. And then we have the conclusion, right? Either usually at the end of the course we have either you want to have a course recap or you want to conduct a test, so you can select conclusion, right? Now in this case I'm going to select introduction since it's week 1, so I'm going to choose as introduction. Now if you already assign or you have groups, so all the groups is going to appear here. So since it is the semester have not opened yet, so you cannot click on group, right? So the thing here is, if you click on the group, right, only that specific group that you select is going to see your learning activities. If not, right, the other groups is not going to see it. And then we have the editor box here. So you're going to write in the description, right? So let's say I'm just going to type right. I'm going to change the style. Okay, and then you have an option whether you want to open the learning activities at all time, or you want it to open at a specific date. So let's say I don't want it to open all the time, so I want it to open or to publish on a specific date. So I click no, and then for the publish date I'm going to select. So since it's the first semester, the first week of the semester, all right, I'm going to click 12, right, 12 October 2020. All right, so once I'm happy with it, I click submit. All right, now you can see this is the first learning activity, so week 1. All right, and then it's going to state when the learning activity is going to open. So if you click on it, now you can see the text that I typed earlier, right? Then you're going to insert the learning activity in this particular week, right? So that is how you create learning activity. So repeat the process for the remaining weeks. Adding learning activities. So I hope you still remember how to create the learning activity. So the first week, right, when I create this one, I select introduction as the category. So now I'm going to show you what happened if you click learning activity as the category. So click here plus learning activity, right? Since I plan it on a weekly basis, so this is going to be week 2, right? Now when I click introduction, nothing happens. So you can see at the bottom here, nothing happens, still the same. But if I click learning activities, you can see there's a slight change here. You have to insert the topic learning outcomes, right? So this is a must, which you have to fill out the field. If you don't, you cannot submit the learning activity, right? So again, if you have a group, so you please select the group. But let's say if it is you have no specific group that you are going to assign, meaning that you are going to share the learning activity with everyone, so you can just click all the groups that appear here. But you still have to remember, you have to join the group in order for the groups to appear here, because if you don't join the group, it's not going to appear. Right, now I'm going to type in the description, right, in the editor box. Alright, now I have typed in the description, right? So when I scroll down, I have to type in the topic learning outcome, right? Alright, so once you type in the topic learning outcome, let's say you want to add a new one, so you just click the add button, right? And then you just type in the next topic learning outcome. So the next question here is, do you want the topic or the learning activity to always open? So let's say if I say yes, just click on yes, right? And if it is no, just click on no, and right, just identify the publish date. So since it is week 2, so it's going to open on the 19th of October, right? Click on submit. Okay, so once you submit, you can see this is week 1, right? And this is for week 2. So repeat the process for the remaining weeks. How to add post in your learning activity. So in the previous videos, I have showed you how to create learning activities. So if you still remember, right? So click on the plus learning activity button, placed at the top corner of the of Ufuture. All right. Now, so this is basically the plan. Right, now we're going to add in the materials. So materials here, basically we call it as a post, right? So I'm going to show you how it will look like. So this is an example of a course. Since this particular course is a MOOC course, so I created my learning activity directly in the MOOC learning activities tab, right? So this is the first learning activity. So if I click at home, you can see that we have several boxes here, thumbnails. All right, so these thumbnails is actually the post, right? Now if I click on start now, right? So this would be the content of the first learning activity, which is home. So when the students click next, right, the second post, so they are going to see the second content, and so on and so forth. Right? So basically, all of your learning activities will be placed in the post, and I would advise to place one learning activity for one post. All right? Now I'm going to show you how to add the post. So the first thing that you're going to do is to click on the learning activity that you're going to add the post in. So let's say I'm going to create a post for week 1. So click on week 1, right? And then you can see the post button here, right? Click on plus post, right? So you're going to see this. Type in the title. So let's say since it's week 1, so I'm going to start off with ice breaking, right? And then you have to select the type of the post. So since it is ice breaking, so it is considered as an activity. When you select the type, you can select only two types, right? You cannot select more than two, right? So this is just a learning activity, so I just take activity here, and then you add your activities in the editor box, right? In this box here. Alright, so in the editor box, just type in the content. So in this case, since it is ice breaking, so I just asked my students to introduce themselves, right? And then if you want to add attachment, you can do so by clicking choose files, right? And then you can tag the post, right? So tagging the post will help you to search for the content in the future, right? Make it easier for you to find it. And then there's a question here: do you want to track your students' progress? So let's say if you click no, so there's nothing that you have to do. So if you click yes, all right, there will be two questions here: whether you want to track whether the students view the content or not, or you want to track the students to post comment, or both, right? So in this case, I just want my students to view, so I just click yes for require view and no for require post comment, right? So once you're happy with the setting, click submit. Alright, so once you click submit, you can see that under week 1 there is one thumbnail here, right? And it is called ice breaking. Where you move your cursor, you can see that the tracking is enabled, right? So the students is going to click on ice breaking by clicking on start now. So they're going to introduce themselves, and you're going to track their progress through view, right? So repeat the process, right, by clicking and adding a new post in week 1. Tracking students' progress in Ufuture. So once you have created the learning activities and you have enabled the tracking mode, so you can actually track your students' progress. Now to track them, click on tracking, right? So you have two options. Either you want to track progress by learning activity, or you want to track by students, alright? So let's say I'm going to track by learning activity. So first I have to choose campus. Alright, select the group, and then select the learning activity that you want to see the progress. Right, so click here, right, and then click this button here. Now you can see the name of the students, right, with their student ID, and then these are the posts that you have enabled tracking. So if it is the indicator stating that if it is tick green icon here indicates students have completed the task, and then if it is this icon here, it indicates that it is still in progress, And then if it is X, meaning that the students have not started anything, but meaning that not started here referring to not clicking on the post at all, right? So these are the progress. And then if you want to track by students, all right, you can just click summary of tracking by students. Okay, select campus and group, and then you can see the tracking here. For example, this student here, right? So these are his progress, right? So that is how you track students' progress. But do remember, tracking can only be made available if you enable the tracking mode in the learning activities.
With that, I end this video, and for more video and guidelines, you may go to the link that I share here, and don't forget to watch the next video regarding on how to create assignment.